Dolenz and Peter Tork join me now. Thank you so much for going.
Thank you.
Hi.
Great intro. Great film. I was so young.
Yeah, I was so. Yeah, was You Wet? Wasn't that You Wet? No, that was. Okay.
Before we talk about what you're doing right now, let's go back to the 60s.
Now talk about what you're doing wrong now.
And when you were in the height of your fame, did you appreciate it? Either of you, both of you, all of you?
No, it was a terror. It was just awful. No, well, there was Micky's joke is, all the women and the money, I can't stand it. But the truth is that all of that attention was, you come from a place where you're kind of shy and you do a few things and they like you and, oh, maybe I'll do this. And then you do this and then somebody picks you up and says, do this. And suddenly it's millions and it's terrorizing.
Were you able to live in the moment at all?
I'd had some experience before. I mean, I'd had a series when I was a kid, and I'd signed autographs and had a fan club and rode in parades and stuff. So I'd had a little bit of taste of what it was like. So I probably was a little bit more prepared than others. But there's nothing that can prepare you for that kind of insanity.
Do you remember coming to London for the first time and seeing that insanity had travelled across the pond? What was that like?
Well, you'd have a job. Part of it is a job. Wave and look happy. And you wave and you look happy and you don't think about it. And then sometimes if one time we got lost a little bit and got suddenly sidetracked, and there were more than a couple of dozen, and they were coming at you. And the thing is, what really happens is that as a fan approaches you and gets up close, suddenly they realize there's a person there. But there are 50 fans pushing behind that don't yet get that. And they're pushing. All they want to do is touch you. Up front, oh, my God, there's somebody there. Can I just, that's enough. But so I was actually physically scared for my safety. Just get swamped by one of those kids. It's like, totally swamped by a scrum or something.
Is it true that once you came to the capital and you actually worked for London Weekend Television?
Oh, yeah. After the Monkeys in the mid-'70s, I started producing and directing TV shows for the Beeb and for London Weekend Television, for Central, for
you probably know
Granada,
lots of my colleagues. That's an incredible part. You probably know lots of my colleagues. It's an incredible part of a very rich and varied career, and one that's.
I was here 15 years doing that, producing and directing television shows. Yeah,
I didn't miss you a bit.
But you're back together and back on stage. What's that like when? 4 became 2. That's what you are now. Still playing the same tunes, but to presumably different audiences.
The fans tell us that when there's 3 of us, we're the 3 keys. And we were here in the 90s, and how are we doing? How is it going to go? And we're finding some really wonderful new flavors.
We have that music. We have that library
Can't go wrong with that.
Of songs, written by Boyce and Hart and Carole King and Neil Diamond. And it's hard to go wrong.
And we wrote a couple, too, that, so...
And what's your advice to... There's a little-known band called One Direction. They're taking a break right now. But do you think they'll be still on stage 50 years from now?
I have no idea. I didn't know I would be on stage 50 years later.
I didn't know I'd ever be 50 years old.
I know, it's a shock,
the
isn't
thing,
it?
let them, by all means, do what's in front of you to do. That's really what happened to us.
And you'll be on stage, Hammersmith Apollo, on Friday night. Have a great gig. Have a great night.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I really hope
you.
to.
Thank you.